we're running a little short on time. We have two more speakers before we go to the questions and answers. Mr. Eghosa Omoigui, and he's a well-known investor. He works with Intel Capital. He's done some great work there, and he is now the founder and managerial partner at Echo VC Partners. So.
I'm barely awake, so forgive me. We went out, so we're suffering from jet lag, and so like every true entrepreneur, incurable optimist, I think I can stay out till 4 in the morning and still be active. Clearly, it's still a working process. So thanks so much for having me. My name is Eghosa. I am an investor and a company builder. I have a fund based in Palo Alto called Echo VC. Thesis is fundamental, and that is that every ecosystem, every piece of content, every place, every person, every device will always emit signals. And if you are able to pick those signals up, you can build very interesting platforms around the technology based, and fundamentally that's what we do. We look for those types of platforms to invest in different countries. Our focus as well, in addition to North America, is Southeast Asia and Africa. So very, very appreciative to come to the Middle East for the first time. I've always sort of tried to. My first Middle East deal that I looked at 5 years ago was Yamli, when I was at Intel. We couldn't get that done, but I always thought the entrepreneurs there were fantastic, and clearly Adil has done a great job so far. So asked to come out here and give you a few sort of thoughts, and you guys are very busy, so appreciate you coming out. I've learned a few things sort of over the years. I've had a very non-traditional path to where I'm standing today. I started off as a lawyer, became a consultant, went back to law, did bankruptcy, did venture capital, did M&A. Each step along the way, I had no idea that I was just getting built for the long run. And so, when I always tell people that every interaction that you have, every exposure that you have, every experience that you have, in real time may not necessarily mean a lot to you, but when you look back, you find out that you are a product of these experiences. And so, whenever you are doing things, give everything you do your maximum effort. It's so easy to cruise. It's so easy to try to cut corners. In emerging markets, I see this a lot, and that is, we have this problem of self-induced friction. Just doing things in the market is just hard. Everything is hard. You need to get a form, you need to get an approval, it takes you 10 days instead of 1. So you get very tactical, because you're just trying to survive from day to day. But what you need to be able to figure out is how to learn how to pause, to step back and become more strategic. I've learned this a lot. I certainly will commend that to you. The second thing I'll tell you is, I was always a big Formula 1 race car driver. And my favorite race car driver is a Brazilian driver called Ayrton Senna. He was such my favorite that I named my first son after him. To the utmost chagrin of my ex-wife. She's my ex-wife. He has this quote that I shared with Charlie. It's my favorite quote, of anything. And it's a quote on champions. Ayrton Senna died May 1, 1994. He died racing. And one of the things I loved about him was that he never flinched. He was all in all the time, like a great entrepreneur. And they asked him in this interview, what is it that makes champions? And he said, they have this desire, this dream, this vision. They have last-minute stamina. They can race forever. They have will, and they have skill. But the one thing that distinguishes them from everybody else is that their will is greater than their skill. And that is what drives each one of us here. When you think, I can't get past it, I can't struggle anymore. I can't figure this stuff out. It's never that. Because you might be a step away from breaking through. You might be 2 steps away from success. So it's that fuel that does that. And you know what's interesting about the fuel? It may be in you, and may be in somewhere else, which means that osmosis, the ability to gather together and refuel each other, is a fundamental element of a successful ecosystem. Your ideas, with all due respect, are not unique. So learning how to collaborate, learning how to work with people, learning how to refuel each other is super, super important. We can look back in 5 years and go, wow, I can't believe we're here then, and now look at where we are. But everything we do is a long game, so you've got to think about that. And then the final thing I will say as an entrepreneur, because that's what I am today, and you know, and here with you, is there are lots of people who are here to support you. You've got to learn how to support them. Everybody gets very focused, they're very myopic. That's fine, because Charlie just told you to get focused, right? So it's, you know, it's like, I don't have time for anything else. But thinking about how to help people around you, thinking about how to take that final step, you know, to drop something what you're doing and try to do it for somebody else, that's so important. See, where we live in the Valley, it's the one thing I think that distinguishes the Valley's ecosystem from anything else, is that even as fiercely competitive as it is also collaborative, and people help each other. And so as you do this every day, trying to do that one thing with your team, or with your brother, or your sister, or your co-founder, also think outside the box. Because eventually that does pay it forward, and it will actually return. Fundamental. I'm glad to have it.